What is going on, YouTube? Lamont at large. Today we're in West Hollywood, California, and I'm here today to talk about the gay block Dahlia. If you were to ask me, hey Lamont, I want to move to the gayest, friendliest city in all of America, I would probably tell you West Hollywood might be right up your alley. Very, very safe city. Not a lot of crime happens over here. Crime happens everywhere, but you're really not going to have a big problem here in West Hollywood. And for one 25-year-old William Arnold Newton, he was probably thinking the same thing. Now we're going to go back to October 29th, 1990. Now at the time, William, well, he needs to make a little bit of money, and he makes it the easiest way possible. So Newton starts doing gay pornographic movies, and he's performing under the name of Billy London. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know if this guy was popular. I really didn't want to find that out. I don't know if he was considered a big name in the industry. I don't know how far in he got. We'll just leave it at that. But I know he did a few, right? And he's making a living doing so. So October 29th, 1990, Newton, or we'll just call him Billy, he comes down to Santa Monica Boulevard, presumably to just kind of kick back, hang loose, have a good time. On the corner of Santa Monica and San Vicente Boulevard, this used to be a club right here called Rage. When I used to live out here, this was a really big nightclub here in West Hollywood, a gay nightclub. I used to work 2 blocks down the street from here. And on Fridays and Saturdays, when I would ride the bus passing this place, it'd be a madhouse. It'd be like literally like 100 people, sometimes even more, waiting in line to get inside, men and women both waiting to get into this place. It had been open for almost 40 years until it closed recently. Now there's a sign up there that says beaches, but this would have been the last place that Billy was seen on that night. He came here presumably to have a couple of drinks, have a good time. According to eyewitnesses, he wasn't talking to anybody in particular. He was just here, just hanging out, doing what a young dude does on West Hollywood on that night, just hanging out, trying to have some fun. But fun is what he would not be having. About 4 miles away from West Hollywood, we're still on Santa Monica Boulevard, but now this is Hollywood. So this is going to be an area where if you live in West Hollywood, unless you work here, you're really not going to want to come down to this end. This is going to be the lower end of the Santa Monica Boulevard street/area. So I wasn't able to find exactly where the location was, but according to an online article, the very next day, a homeless transient was digging through dumpsters/garbage bins in an area right off of Santa Monica Boulevard. An area such as this. I don't know if it was this block. I have no clue, couldn't find it. But basically he was searching through garbage, collecting bottles and cans, seeing if there's anything good in there worth trying to make use of. And he's seen a sight that I would never want to see anyways. I don't know about you, but he's seen a plastic bag, and in that bag was a human head and a pair of feet. That is about it. So I'm going to imagine that he made his way to some payphone to call 911 to get the police to come to this area. So when they show up, they go through the entire garbage bin, and that's all there was hands and feet. Those hands and feet would later be identified as belonging to one Billy London. So the rest of Billy London to this day has never been found. Now, just like the TV show The First 48, I guess that if you don't solve a crime, murder, within the first 48, the time goes up, but the possibilities of you not solving it, and this would be just like any other unsolved murder in Los Angeles for the next 30 some odd years, until a couple of podcasters/authors They got together and with their brains and knowledge, they actually solved this murder. So in February of 2023, LAPD had made an announcement in the unsolved murder of Billy London. They had some breaking news, and that news is they had finally found the person responsible for his murder and dismemberment. And that man's name is one Daralyn Madden. This very weird looking person on your screen scaring you and your kids right now, this guy is responsible for murdering Billy London. So this freakazoid, Daralyn Madden, who is currently incarcerated in a prison in Oklahoma, has been sitting in this prison for almost 18 years now. So this lunatic used to be a member of a Nazi skinhead gang, but now they not only are not a part of this neo-Nazi skinhead gang, but they identify now as a woman, and they're an Orthodox Jew. Yeah, only in this time and age can you go from a man who is a neo-Nazi skinhead and then turn yourself into a Jewish Orthodox woman, and it's acceptable because we live in pure lunacy. Pure lunacy. So Daralyn Madden basically confesses to the crime, the murder of Billy London. He just said, me and my friends were looking for someone to rob, and we just found this random guy. We kidnapped him. We told him to shut up and that we were just going to rob him. And I guess he didn't listen to instruction. He tried to fight back, and they ended up strangling him with a coat hanger and dismembering his body parts and spreading them out through the area. Now, Madden will not say who the persons that are responsible for helping him kill Billy London are, because he says he's not a snitch. But from what he says, it does line up with the autopsy reports of the strangulation. So they're believing that this guy is responsible for the murder. And the three people who worked diligently on this case to discover who the murderer was are authors / podcasters Eric Shaw, Quinn, Christopher Rice, and one Rachel Mason, who wrote and directed a Netflix documentary called Circus of Books. So shout out to all three of them, and they're going to be making a documentary about this murder, so they'll probably do a way better job than I can ever do. They'll probably actually find the locations of where his body was found. But also, I kind of question if this was truly a crime, a random crime of opportunity, because you see this guy, this weird person, man, Daralyn Madden, even though he was a Nazi skinhead and he killed Stephen Dahmer simply because he was gay, he actually used to do gay pornography himself, and he used to do movies under the name of Billy Houston. So you have the tale of two Billies. One Billy Houston kills one Billy London. Was he jealous of Billy London's skyrocketing fame in the gay pornography world? Was this really random? I have no idea, but those three individuals who are responsible for solving this crime, they're going to be coming out with a documentary about this case, and I do look forward to watching it whenever it comes out, whenever it is available. Okay, so I'm at a cemetery. I do not know where Billy London's final resting place is. I'm not sure if Stephen Dahmer has one, but we will do a video around his story in the later date and time when I get back out to Oklahoma. Currently here at Hollywood Forever, because I'm just kind of just walking around, because I plan on coming back here in the next few days and doing a Faces in Death here. So I'm just kind of walking around looking for interesting looking graves, and then I'll be making a list of who I cover on here. So without further ado, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this case. And also, tell me a particular grave in this cemetery that you might want me to visit. There's many, many famous people that are buried on this property. Bugsy Siegel is in this mausoleum. I'm not sure if I'll do a full-on video about his unsolved murder. I mean, unsolved, people pretty much know who's responsible, who's behind it. We might leave that for a later date and time. But anyways, all right, guys, I am out of here. I will catch up with you on the next video. Peace out.